back with the control arm installation video that I've never seen on the internet, other than taking out the ball joint. But nobody's ever done the control arm that I've seen. Googled it forever. But okay, finally got it all back together. I'm gonna say yes, it was a bear to get that in there like that. I'm not even sure that's in all the way, because it doesn't match the other side over there. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. Anyway, it matches pretty good. This side's got a lot of lubricant on it. I can see in there that I can see that bolt, and there's not much head to that bolt, so maybe I hammered it in there a little bit just to make sure it was seated, because this wasn't going in very good. But it was also on an angle, and it's still on an angle. But we'll find out when I drive it if it pops and snaps and breaks the torsion bar. But while I was in here, I added the shocks, new shocks, and I picked up the energy suspension kit, put that on there. The old ones weren't all that bad. It kind of looks like they've been replaced, but they're just squishy rubber. These are a little bit stiffer poly. Got that. The new shock came with a jam nut, which the old one didn't. And I wasn't sure how far to go. I just went until it was nice and squishy. And of course, they tell you not to tighten your bolts until you have it weight on the vehicle because of twisting issues. I've got this one a little bit tight right now. I'm going to back it off and then lower it, and then after the wheel's on and tighten them up. I don't have an impact, so I'm just going to go as tight as I can. And once I go and get because I'm pretty sure I did this wrong. This is probably keyed in there wrong, because when you look at it here, obviously I'm not where I should be. I still got to run this up. What I do is I left that loose because I wanted to put the shock and the thing on there, and I figured once I get all that tension on there, I wouldn't be able to move those. So I've got to run this one up now while I got it off the ground, back up close to where I was, because I remember how much it was, and I did beat the crap out of that, pushing that bar back in there. Now this, I found out, didn't realize it, because I went to take it back out to make sure I had it keyed right back down there, and then I was beating on this, hammering that out, and it separated right here. It will separate right there. It comes in two pieces, which I think is what you're supposed to do, so you can put the torsion bar in straight. But I don't do that, so I don't know. We'll find out when we drive it. If I've got it in there, I still got to tighten this up. Got the wrench on there. I need to zoom back out. There we go. But yeah, before you put this back tight, obviously that was the first thing you did. Took that off. Do that last, because it make putting on your shocks a pain in the butt. And also this right here, before I started tightening that down, you couldn't see any of that bolt, which I've heard complain, hey, it doesn't fit. I mean, of course it's not going to fit. You got to put some tension on it, you dummy. But alright, so we got it all on there. I'm going to tighten it up. I'll give a follow-up on how it all works, and if anything breaks when I go to drive it down the road. I think my next thing is I'm going to replace these tie rod bushings right here. It's got a little bit of rust on it. These look all really squishy, and there's no way to grease them. I'm not sure why it's like that. I mean, that's not a very good design. Why they did away with greasable ball joints is beyond me, but probably because nobody greased them. But I don't think you should be able to drive if you don't know how to maintain your vehicle. That's just dumb. But that's just me. Alright, I'll give a follow-up later.